Electronics shoppers know Micro Center as the go-to retailer for mouth-watering CPU deals if you're lucky enough to live near one. The company's first-ever homegrown gaming laptops continue that devotion to damned good prices. Despite packing a full-fat GeForce GTX 1070 and other high-end hardware, the aluminum-clad PowerSpec 1510 costs a mere $1,300, and the PowerSpec 1710 just $1,400. With in-store pickup only, of course this is Micro Center. That's surprisingly little cash for such potent portable PCs. NVIDIA's gameplay smoothing G-Sync technology is disabled by default though, making you jump through hidden and arcane hoops to get the best experience on the PowerSpec laptops, and one of these is definitely the better buy. PowerSpec 1510 and PowerSpec 1710 specs, features, and price. The 15.6-inch PowerSpec 1510 and 17.3-inch PowerSpec Sport identical core hardware. Externals are another story. The Micro Center laptops use two very different clever cases, and that leads to two wildly different user experiences. The GeForce GTX 1070 lurking inside is the full-fat version, and the PowerSpec laptops are old-school bruisers at an inch thick and nearly 7 pounds of heft before you add in the power brick. That raw bulk lets Micro Center cram top-of-the-line hardware into the PowerSpec 1510 and PowerSpec 1710. With a Core i7-7700HQ, 16GB of RAM, and a helpfully fast Samsung 960 EVO NVMe boot drive, these beasts were built to spit out blistering frame rates. The PowerSpec laptops ship with Microsoft Hybrid Graphics Mode enabled by default. Hybrid mode switches off the discrete GPU and shifts the workload over to the Intel CPU's integrated graphics when face-melting visual power isn't required. It saves battery life, but G-Sync can't function using hybrid mode. G-Sync demands secret sauce from NVIDIA GPUs 100% of the time. To activate G-Sync, you need to boot into the system BIOS and head to the Advanced tab. There, select Advanced Chipset Control and change the MS Hybrid or Discrete switch option to Discrete. Reboot the PC, give the system a second to think, and you'll receive a prompt to enable G-Sync in the NVIDIA control panel. The PowerSpec laptops ship with a flagship feature disabled. Worse, the activation's hidden behind an arcane process that's never made obvious to end users. And get this, switching to the discrete GPU bumps the PowerSpec 1710's display refresh rate from the default 60 Hz up to 75 Hz, no such luck on the PowerSpec 1510, alas. I've never seen a laptop configured this way, and honestly, the only reason I puzzled out the solution was because I saw an Intel graphics option while right-clicking the desktop and was savvy enough to recognize what that indicated. It's not consumer-friendly whatsoever.